My wife and I met with one of such girls. She came to see me as a prostitute. She came hoping to sleep with me. Pastors were in the Bible college that day when I talked about it. I was in the Bible college, right? And I told my pastors, I said, there's a lady in town to see me. She sent me a text, I can't wait to see you. I said, I can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you, girl. Hey, looking forward to it. Meanwhile, that morning, my wife and I had already gone into fasting. My wife comes and said, this girl we're about to deal with, she's not ordinary. That we need to fast and pray. So that they went fasting until the time when she arrived at midday. And she was taken straight to Sefcon Hotel. The unlovable. And as soon as we got to the hotel, I told my wife, well, yeah, let us enter. My wife said, no, you go first. Ah! I said, without rope around my waist. My wife said, you go in first. I'll come immediately after you. I love you, G. I knocked. And she only brought her head out. I said, are you? I mentioned her name. She said, yes. She said, you're the one with smiles. I said, yes. She said, come in. As soon as I come in, I love you, G. She was only on bra, one tiny strap bra, and something like a rope. Eh? What? G. It's a rope. When you see something like that, just know your destiny is about to be tied. I said, geez. I'm like, sure, like, yeah. Quickly, my head. I quickly remember defensive approach. We've done some training in that area. Defensive approach when you find yourself in such kind of situation. Make sure that you never create room behind you. Always make sure your back is to the wall. So immediately I kept my back to where the television, right where the TV was. I sat with my back on the table where the stuff was. And as soon as I sat, my wife knocked. She said, is anybody here? I said, I'm surprised. Let me check. So I opened the door and my wife came in. Oh, I said, Mary. I said, Mary, you came? Good to have your company here too. I said, sorry, get to meet Mary. I said, Mary, get to meet this lady called Victoria. I said, I think you guys are going to, sorry, is it okay if we have two girls together? She said, no problem. Only me. I have not finished what it is. Then my wife came inside. As soon as she came in, I said, okay, so Mary, you go get, because my wife came out, I think, was it the jeans or so? Yeah. I said, Mary, go get into the toilet, dress up, change so that we can do something. And my wife just turned her back. So just shut this as to enter toilet. I was looking at my wife going, but I was going to turn. Boop. Everything has gone down. Whether she did like this, whether it's computerized, she did like this. And bra, pants, all of them went off. That's how my wife came out. Of course, my wife didn't change. My wife came out. And I said, one grace, compassion. Compassion. In the presence of compassion, there is no lust. That's why Jesus can stay with a prostitute and not be tempted by her. Compassion swallows temptation. A woman by the well can't tempt Jesus because he's relating with her from the place of compassion. She was naked and I don't know, I just started talking Jesus to her and she broke down under the power of conviction, began to cry with mucus coming out of her nose. My wife carried a towel, wrapped her. This girl just kept on crying and gave her life to Christ on her knees. Give us a call. Give us a call. She said, I want to come to church on Sunday. She said, but I didn't come with church clothes for church. I said, no problem. God bless Chidima. I think Chidima was in the choir then. Oh, I can't remember what group she was in. We called Chidima because my wife said Chidima and that girl are of the same height. We said, Chidima, there's a girl who wants to come to church. She's my special guest. I said, but she doesn't have dress. So Chidima said, no problem, sir. Connect me with her. They went straight away. Chidima took her, got her dress, properly dressed. On Sunday, she showed up in church, and I introduced her as my special guest. Are you all clap for my special guest? She left here. We said, why are you doing this? She said she just needed money to go to school. My wife said, no problem, I'll start sending you money until you finish university. She finished University of Uyo. Would you go out today and look for someone to show love to? That guy that sleeps with girls in your neighborhood, that girl that sleeps with men all over the place, this one that takes drugs and all of that, deep inside them, they are looking for someone to truly show them love. It will not be easy showing them love. But trust me, if you will push a little bit harder, God will give you the victory.